How was it for you with the throwing in this crazy wind?
I mean, try to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good practice. You might have a windy game. Sometimes it's windy in Hamilton, Regina. It's good practice.
Yeah. No cursing. You don't. Damn it! I wish you would just go away. You're used to it.
Honestly, for some reason on this field, it's like always kind of windy, so you kind of know what you're getting into when we're out here. So you just deal with it and try to be accurate and tell the receivers if we're throwing in the wind deep, you might have to come back to it.
Did you think you would be here when you got hurt, and we all kind of wondered how's it going to go? Did you think you'd be here, ready for day one?
I thought I'd be here. I think that's why I'm here. Obviously doctors. I saw Doc yesterday, and everything looked great, and obviously successful surgery and a lot of hard work this off season. PTs did a great job. And I think the reason I say I thought I'd be here is because I do believe that the mindset is a big reason why you can recover better. And if you have a positive mindset and you work your butt off, you can kind of do, obviously within limitations. But I did believe I'd be here, and that was my goal when this happened. I said, look, I want to be ready by training camp next year, and so I'm just so happy to be here, man. Like, it just gives me a new appreciation for getting to play this game, and I'm just very thankful to get to play football.
Why so? Why a new appreciation? What was?
I mean, because you just realize when something like that happens. I've never had an injury like that. Every injury I've ever had has been something where, maybe it's a broken bone or maybe it's a sprain, but you can kind of grit your teeth and get through it. That's something that you can't play with. So, it makes you appreciate how quick things can change in this business and in this game. 1 second you're doing a wedge pass, and the next minute you're on the ground holding your knee together, and it gives you an appreciation for getting to come out and play this game and savoring every day, every moment. And especially, getting into year 8 now. I've been doing this for a little while, right? So you appreciate it even that much more. So everything that I go through, whether it's positive or negative in this game, it gives me a new perspective and a new appreciation for getting to play this game. And that's just another thing to add to the list of things that I've gone through on this journey.
What kind of rehab guy were you? Were you afraid you were going to go too fast? Did you feel like you went too fast? Did you force yourself to slow down? Were you? I'm always curious what.
Yeah.
In a job where it's go and build, you probably have to limit yourself in your rehab along the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give a shout out. Dr. Michael Price did a great job with me out of Glory Gains in Scottsdale, and his company's called Modern Movement. But he's a guy that right when I met him, I was kind of like, I feel like we kind of have the same mindset where he's aggressive with ACLs and MCLs, and he's like, I'm going to be aggressive, but also like, I'm going to be smart with you. And I said, that's perfect, because I'm a guy that you have to pull back the reins. I'm not going to say I can't do it, so you have to kind of monitor that. And so he did a great job with me. I saw him 3 times a week the entire off season. And, obviously the training staff here too, kind of getting me on the right track and getting good mobility and doing some of the blood flow restriction stuff going into the off season set me up for success. But he did a great job, and just having so much support around me through that process, because there are days when it's a little bit frustrating, man, when you're like, man, my knee's hurting, and it's just it's a frustrating process, and it's not for the faint of heart, especially when you're 30 years old. And but again, I'm just thankful for the people that helped me along, and I'm thankful for the support that I have, and again, thankful to be playing football with these guys.
I was going to ask what got you through those days where it was hard, where maybe, well, it shouldn't be like this, I want it to be further ahead.
Part of it is I was so busy this off season. I come home and my girlfriend's 8 months pregnant, so we're dealing with that. And then we have our baby, so that's a whole nother ball game. Have a quarterback coaching business called Ground Up QB out in Arizona that was building and growing on top of my own training and rehabbing. So it's like, that was frustrating, but I can't dwell on it too long. I got a pregnant girl. I got a business that I got to go attend to. I got to coach these athletes, and so. Truthfully, I think having all of those other things going on in my life gave me, again, a different perspective. And getting to coach young athletes, too, kind of gives me a new appreciation for the game. And, like, getting to share my journey with them and help them along on theirs was, like, just gave me some much-needed perspective as well, just for, again, getting to play this game and do it as a job. So, yeah.
Your rehab was quite public. You posted videos on the interwebs and the Instagram.
Interwebs crazy.
You can tell old Am by using the phrase interwebs. Why do that? Why was that important to you? Why do that?
Well, I definitely stepped up my content a lot this off season, just because I'm trying to grow my business out there. So that was part of it. And the other part of it was like, you know, there's a lot of guys that are going through the same thing. And, you know, whether it's motivational or somebody that, you know, is just hurt their knee, like give them some perspective and give them, you know, hey, make myself a resource. You're going through the same thing. I actually was training, I want to say 2 or 3 other quarterbacks who also tore their ACLs this offseason too. And so, you know, I just wanted to, it all started with the first video where I was able to kind of ride the bike at the end of the first month. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Put that out and got a good response. And people were like very encouraging with that. So it was great to get positive feedback and encouragement from people, but also just to like share my journey with other athletes who may be going through the same thing. I just figured, why not?